Well, good morning. We are in Kuala Lumpur and we are walking through beautiful Perdana Botanical Gardens. Today we're going to talk about security while overseas. There's a few different aspects that I want to cover. I haven't done a security video in many months, and recently another YouTuber talked about getting her cell phone snatched from her while it was open and she was filming in Guadalajara, Mexico. And that's what made me realize that not only do I need to go through all of my security protocols myself, but I should also do a video updating what I'm doing. Today, we're going to talk about recovery from theft and how to protect your money, how to protect your data and information. We're also going to get ourselves a great bite to eat. We are back in Kuala Lumpur. We have a lot to do here. We're going to enjoy ourselves here in Kuala Lumpur and then continue on to other countries around Southeast Asia. I'm loving it. This has just been an amazing year, and I'm glad you're coming with. Let's get started.
Traveling the world as a minimalist with one backpack, that is what we do here. Subscribe and come along with Retire and Go. It is so nice to be back in Perdana again from my morning walks, and I'm glad we're getting a chance to talk about this subject.
Let's start out with that scenario itself, getting something snatched while it's open, like your cell phone. Now, all of your apps are exposed, but are they? That's the point, is even if your cell phone is open, is your data exposed? There's a few things that I do, and that's what we'll be talking about in this video to protect my data. First and foremost, none of my financial institutions can be accessed by way of an app on my cell phone without two-factor authentication. None of them. They require a second device. I cannot pull money out and transfer it to somebody on this cell phone, and I also can't do it on my laptop without the other device, so that there is a two-factor authentication. That's right. But there's actually a lot more to it than just that. If you have information in your notes on your cell phone, and you probably do, you probably have passwords, you probably have a lot of other information about yourself there as well, things you might need overseas. I have family information in mine. That can be protected by way of facial recognition. That's right. Facial recognition protects your notes. Now, here's the thing about using a good quality cell phone with good quality software. It's one of the reasons why I love iPhones. They're very secure. There are many security features that they offer in order to make sure that your data is protected. Layers of security. Facial recognition, two-factor authentication, having a code to get into certain apps, being able to lock apps. That's right, being able to lock apps. Someone takes your cell phone, you have the ability to not get stolen from your financial institutions. This is just the first step. There's actually another step that I take as well to make sure that if a cell phone is taken from me while it's still open, my data and my finances are secure. We're going to talk about it.
Heading back from Borneo, Malaysia. What a nice trip. I will definitely visit Borneo again. I packed up my backpack. This is how I travel. Everything pretty much that I own fits into this backpack. And I head downstairs. This hotel, the Hotel New Sabah, I looked at the package deal I got, and it's about $20 a night. And that actually figured in for the round trip airfare as well. Not bad. I finished Prince Caspian by C.S. Lewis, so I just left it in the hotel. What a nice place to stay. Very friendly staff as well. But it was time to head out and make our way to the airport here in Borneo. I have been using the Grab app in Borneo. Fantastic. Pretty much everything is like $5 American. Very rarely does it go over that. And I've seen that in Kuala Lumpur as well. The Grab app is outstanding. Airport is very modern here.
A 2-hour delay here at the airport. Well, I just go for a walk when that happens. I got my backpack on. It happens. That's just part of travel. And I wanted to get a good walk in today anyhow. Looks like I'll be getting into Kuala Lumpur quite late. It's actually not so bad. I'm getting my walk in. What are you gonna do? This is travel life. This is what it's like.
That's why I have, all the chargers ready to go, and I have a small spare battery. 2 hours later, I am in the air and heading towards Kuala Lumpur. A wonderful flight. This was on Firefly, and I find Firefly to be very affordable if you're looking for a low-cost Southeast Asian flight to pick up. Landing in Sultan Abdul Aziz Airport. This is not the big KLIA airport. It's a smaller airport. However, instead of needing to take the rail, you can just grab a grab from here to your hotel. This is a smaller airport, but it's more located towards the city.
Another way that I protect my data and my finances while I'm traveling is through codes that my financial institutions have recently started that make sure you are you when you are traveling overseas. You want to make sure that they can confirm that you are you calling them or talking to them on the phone. Why is this important? Because of a recent rise in not just thefts of cell phones, but actual people getting drugged and knocked out in countries. They go home with someone, they find themselves in a cab with someone, and then they find themselves the next day waking up not knowing what happened, and everything has been stolen from them. People can get access to your apps, they can get access to your finances. More and more financial institutions are requiring that you have a 4-digit code with them to prove that you are you. And I made sure that I set all of those up. That way, if they see something that's suspicious, they're going to contact you and make sure it's you. This is the new frontier of travel, protecting your data and protecting your finances.
I'm staying at J Hostels. This place is both a hostel and they also have rooms with private bathrooms available as well. This is just a great little backpacking hotel, and it is right here downtown close to the Petronas Towers. It's also close to Perdana Botanical Gardens. It's a nice location. If you're looking for a low-cost backpacking hotel, this is a good choice. I'll show you what the rooms look like. The facility, very nice. The staff were super friendly. They said they had breakfast available. I didn't realize that, but they do. The room came up to $12 a night, but there was a $2 fee for a national tourist tax. So it came up to $14 a night. Still a great price. This is just a Spartan style backpacking hotel. Just what I need. This is perfect for me. It gets me in. I can just walk around the city all day. I'm in a good central location if I want to go out into the evening. This is a perfect hotel setup for me. It may not be for everyone. If you are looking for a low-cost stay, whether it's a hostel style or a small backpacking room, J Hostels is a good choice.
What is the third aspect of protecting your data and protecting your finances overseas? Well, you have to remember, if you lose your cell phone, you have lost your primary mode of communication, and all the contact numbers you need are on your cell phone. You have to be able to not only contact Apple support to lock your phone, but you also need to contact each of your credit cards, and if you have an ATM card, to lock those so they don't get used. I would say that if you had your cell phone stolen right away, or at least as soon as possible, you need to make about 4 or 5 different phone calls to make sure that your financial institutions lock down those cards and lock down your phone. But you don't have your phone. It's been grabbed from you. When you find another mode of communication, what you're going to need is numbers. You're going to have to carry on you all these numbers that you need. International customer service numbers. And you also need to have the numbers of your cards. Now, you might only need like the last 4 digits, but you're going to also need the 4-digit code that proves you are you, your overseas protection code, which is very popular now and required if you're going to be doing a lot of traveling. Make sure you have that on you so that you can lock down your cards and lock down your phone if it gets stolen. That's a very important third step.
As I'm staying downtown, I want to show you a typical downtown lunch style, like urban lunch Indian restaurant. Asmara is a classic example of that. If you're looking for a low-cost lunch and you're roaming around downtown, these places will all compete for your business.
Thank you.
These were 2 different combo plates. This is chapti, which I love. It's sort of a curry of chickpeas, and the other was a chicken fillet, like a chicken breast that was grilled in a very savory and a little bit spicy Indian curry sauce. Absolutely delicious. Kind of a charcoal grilled, they called it. This was a really nice lunch. Way too much naan bread, but it's kind of like 2 separate little combos that they brought me. So I got so much naan bread. Overall, though, this meal came up to just a little over $5. Very cheap lunch.
It's interesting the way that this restaurant serves, that they sort of do these small little combos and then you just kind of assemble them and the price of each one is low. I don't know if it's designed that maybe you kind of put them on one plate if you want, but this is the way that they brought it to me. It's not bad. I want to thank you for spending some time with me today. Today we got a chance to talk about our security protocol updates and what we're doing to be able to protect our data in case of theft overseas. Are you interested in this lifestyle that I live? Traveling the world as a minimalist with one backpack? If you are, like and subscribe the video and come along with. You can support the channel by buying a copy of my new book, The Traveler and the Bard. The link is in the description. Okay, we've got a lot to cover this month. Oh my gosh, I'm enjoying being back in Kuala Lumpur. And then off to another country. Of course, we'll talk again soon. Aloha.
Right. That's all I have on my
And if it gets grabbed, you have now lost. God damn, I hate these leaf blower motherfuckers. I just go for a walk when that happens. I got my backpack on.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen, final call.